What's up, everyone? I'm the one, the only Jack Slater. Yeah, you're the man with a plan, comic outlaw. Hit us up on YouTube. Smash the like button, the subscribe button, man. Yeah. And speaking of smashing, we got the only green goddess Goliath back on the show. You know who I'm talking about, the savage, the sexy She-Hulk. Number 20. Yes, we're getting close to the end of the original run, y'all. And Jennifer Walters is pissed off. She's decided to stay She-Hulk. And what will the She-Hulk do as she goes on her own independent mission without Jennifer? And this is basically Jennifer and She-Hulk psyche kind of combining together. She's been betrayed by her father, different people over time, Zap, her other boyfriend, because Jennifer was seeing Richard and She-Hulk was seeing Zapper. So yeah, love triangle. Anyway, She-Hulk, feeling betrayed by both Zapper, Richard, her father, everyone, decides to tear out on her own as She-Hulk. And she ends up wandering around, this town, little small cafe, basically mom and pop stores. And these two jerks are trying to rob an old lady. And boy, does this jerk have a little bit surprised when he runs right into She-Hulk. And She-Hulk is not in the mood to put up with this asshole. She literally grabs him, ties him up, and does what basically She-Hulk does, gives him a little lecture, and everyone, is happy with her. They think she's a hero. They're trying to congratulate her, but she doesn't want anyone around her at this point. Feeling betrayed, she doesn't want anyone. But this kind clerk kind of invites her into the cafe, for something to eat, for something to drink, and just for a little time for her to think, And then she's having her coffee. She's kind of realizing all the mistakes that's happened, since she's become She-Hulk. And in her life with Jen, and basically her life with everyone else, it's just been one disaster after another. And while she's sitting there sipping her coffee and that guy's hanging there by the pole, she's kind of contemplating what to do. And, there's just a little scene here with this little kid stealing something, runs right into the sheriff, of course, who ends up stopping them in this and that. And, She-Hulk's just kind of wondering, like how much her life has changed since she was a little girl, her lost career, and then her transformation into She-Hulk. But people are starting to step in. They're starting to ask her for favors. This, of course, pisses her off. The clerk actually leads her out the back, and Zapper and Rory are having a moment where they're blaming each other. She-Hulk comes back and tells them that she's taking back neither of them. She's taking her stuff. She's grabbing everything that she wants, and she's getting the hell out of that place. Now, both Zapper and Richard try to reason with her, and she just throws Zapper all the way back. And of course, this Rory dude's going to go off saying that, it's just that she's being She-Hulk, not so she doesn't have to deal with her problems with Jennifer. Which to that, She-Hulk just starts smashing everything in sight. Pulls the lock off the door and takes off in her car, leaving Zapper and this Richard Rory dude in the fallout, wondering what they're going to do. And most importantly, how they're going to tell Jennifer's dad, the sheriff himself. But anyway, She-Hulk takes off. She's cruising, having a good time, living on the razor's edge, not knowing what she's going to do, and not a care in the world. But then she realizes that her car is out of gas. Yes. And it would be kind of embarrassing if she had to carry the car back, but fortunately she comes upon a gas station. But unfortunately for the attendants, they are being robbed. And as she comes in, she finds the bank robbers passing right by her, and they end up stealing her car, which is a big mistake. She-Hulk jumps out, grabs one of the dudes, throws him out, and then pursues the other guys with one of the bank robbers still in the car. And this guy is basically, I hope he has his brown pants on, if you know what I'm saying. But they're cruising up and down, and She-Hulk's just ruthlessly chasing after him. She doesn't care. She almost hit a pedestrian right there. Boom! Good thing that guy got out of the way. He would have just been a splat across the windshield. But anyways, the chase is on. And these guys are wondering who's chasing after him and why. And I love this guy right here. He's so scared. He's saying that he's going to go straight. I'm sure. Straight as a curve. But anyways, She-Hulk catches up to him. And she's ready to reach out and touch someone. And she gets a good grip on that car. And yes, they have been boarded by the Green Goliath, the goddess herself, She-Hulk. And boy, is she pissed off. She's ready to let loose some rage, boy. But before that, our good old sheriff has to stop by his old house. And of course, he's planning on taking this house back from Jennifer, destroying her life, basically just being a supervillain, and her father at the same time. So he starts screaming, yelling, making threats, wondering where his little girl went, because it seems like his little girl, quote unquote, disappeared after she got out of law school. But Jennifer has no time for that right now, as she jumps on top of the car and just rips out the engine. Now this is some good smashing right here. Throws the engine to the side. These crooks are panicking. The cop comes, those chasing after them, arrest them. But of course, there's still that license plate in the back. Jennifer's license plate. And this is where these two guys decide to tell him the truth. To tell him that Jennifer is the She-Hulk. And I just love how Sheriff Walters just bitch slaps Richard Rory, which totally I'm on board with. Man, I'd like to see that again. But anyways, he threatens them. He threatens to throw the book at him, that he's going to tell Zapper's parents this and that. And now She-Hulk has a little talk with the cop. She grabs the license plate, which is the last little bit of incriminating evidence against Jennifer, rips it to pieces, and says that she's going off to do her own thing. And that cop cannot stop her as She-Hulk continues her quest to find herself, to find the person she's going to be. Between Jennifer and the She-Hulk, she must find her own way. But what will that way be? We'll find out the next time, won't we? And I'll catch you on the flip side. Laters.